This is somebody's great-grandfather's pocket watch that was issued to him from the British Army. There is a bullet lodged which was shot from a German soldier in France, 1914. This pocket watch saved his life. That is incredible. More extreme examples of how time wears things down. Hit the like button for 24 hours of good luck. This is an old copper crayon that's so old it's turned green. You can see when they scraped away the green, it's actual copper colored on the inside still. But my question is, why? Why did it turn green? Do they put like real copper in this or something? I don't think they make crayons like that anymore. This person found a coin in their father's baby book, and it's so old that the tape has actually kept the coin clean, and you can tell the difference of what years of time has done to the coin. 1901 coin, wow. Here's a piece of the road in London that is eroding and shows the cobblestone underneath the modern street. That's pretty cool. I kind of wonder how old the cobblestone is. These used to be colored pencils. Termites ate the wood and left the color, and this is what remains. Man, they must be picky eaters. That looks pretty precise. What the heck? This is an old combination lock someone found at the beach. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work anymore. Here's a stack of biodegradable cups that were buried in a composter for 15 years. Everything in there composted except the cups, which were supposedly biodegradable. Yeah, I think they were lying about that. This is a light bulb from a microwave that burned out and left a smoking pattern ingrained into the bowl. That's what I call art. This tree decided to eat the railing that was next to it. And here we have a perfect semicircular shape created by a dog that runs back and forth in his yard day after day, year after year. I think that dog needs to go to the park or something. This is a 6-year-old work shoe. It had been resold a couple years ago from a local cobbler. And this is the new pair. That's pretty cool that cobblers are still a thing. I just think of Adventure Time, that's all. This person is a mailman and walks 11 miles a day. Holy crap. The top pair of shoes are the ones they had earlier this year. That is a lot of miles. This bronze statue of Cristiano Ronaldo is fading from people touching it. Can you tell which places people touch it the most? This person kept the same cush ball chain on their keys since the early 90s, and this is what it looks like now. That is dedication. Some things just never go out of style. Also, like, I wonder what kind of car you've been driving since the 90s. This computer mouse has been clicked so many times that it is shiny like a mirror on the left button. Honestly, I'm surprised it still works. This is the same Yoda keychain. Obviously, the one on the right is brand new, and the one on the left is what he looks like after some time of use. That's crazy. This is an actual leaf that has been sitting on a fountain for a very long time and eventually turned clear. What? I don't really understand how leaves work and color stuff. Could you just wash the green out of a leaf though? This is a tree where monks practice pressing their fingers into the bark to train their finger strength. Over the years, the monks have pressed holes into the bark of this tree. That is a really weird thing to do with a tree. But, I mean, I guess if you ever need to poke somebody really hard, these monks would be really good at it. This well is so old that over the years, the rope used has put big grooves in the sides of the stone. Wow, that actually looks really smooth. That's amazing. Over the years, Shaggy's hair has turned gray on this very old mug. Wow, that's actually pretty accurate with reality. Apparently, cartoon characters age just the same. This tree decided to grow up through this old truck. Oh, this looks like a great place to grow, just right in the middle of the engine. This is someone's grandfather's old hammer. Apparently, Grandpa loved his hammer, didn't want to get a new one. Probably lucky or something. It's a lucky hammer. This is what David Blaine's hands looked like after spending 7 days underwater. Bro, does the rest of his body turn that way too, or just the hands? I guess I don't really know how it works. This knife has been reused and resharpened so many times that it's actually halfway gone. You can see the blade is only half as wide as it used to be. That is some dedication. Bro, I think it might be time to get some new skateboard wheels. They're looking a little thin. Here's a vending machine they forgot to update. Still advertising Star Wars Episode 1. Honestly, people probably just stopped buying sodas out of it because they hated the movie so much, and then they just never bothered updating the vending machine. Here's a tree eating a statue of Jesus. And 12 years later, yep, just slowly consuming him. This might be the oldest beware of the dog signs in the world. It was found in ancient ruins in Pompeii, Italy. I don't know what that text means, but that dog looks pretty huge. I will walk the other way. Not to mention the scary stones and bars. Like, where is this, a dungeon? This coffee shop is so old, it has shadows on the walls where people used to sit. Over the years, the sun has changed the color of the wood, but customers have provided shade, which preserved the color in some spots. Apparently, people did not come here to eat alone. That's probably why I've never been there. These are the stairs on the Great Wall of China. Over the centuries, the stones have worn down from people walking up this staircase. Have you ever seen a phenomenon similar to this in real real life? I have not, but I would like to. This is a chunk of the Berlin Wall taken off. And these are layers of spray paint graffiti that was on the wall. That's insane how much graffiti was on this section. Here's a chunk of a brick wall that fell into the sea and over time got rounded down. Yo, it kind of looks like this one dessert that my grandma makes at Thanksgiving. I don't know what it's called, but it's pretty tasty. 100 years ago, someone lost their coin purse, and this is all that's left. Hey, I found your purse. Do you still want it? This shovel was used to plant 90,000 trees, and that's how much the work shaved down the edge of the shovel. I want to know what person used the shovel to plant 90,000 trees. Like, what do the calluses look like on their hands? You know what? Let me Google something. Extreme callus. Oh, all right. Nicely done. Might want to trim your nails. Like, for real, you should trim your nails. This is a cemetery where old telephone booths go when they're not in use anymore. In the UK. It just looks like a farmer's backyard, actually. This is actually a chunk of Play-Doh that is so old that cubic crystals started growing on it. Yeah, I don't really know what Play-Doh's made out of to begin with. Sometimes your favorite toy is always gonna be your favorite no matter how old it gets. Believe it or not, this is actually a Frisbee. And these two dogs love it to death, literally. This person carved a Goomba into their pumpkin, and over the time, it actually looked more like a Goomba than the original carving. Nicely done. This old truck has been sitting in the woods for decades, and the woods decided to claim it. It's actually pretty cool. Almost looks like a piece of art. This truck was abandoned in the woods decades ago, and the tree kept growing and took the truck with it. Hopefully, they're not going back for that. I mean, I'm sure at this point they wouldn't, but you never know. This dog is aging the most on his nose because he uses his nose to bump into things and sniff around. This is a very active dog, clearly, and he looks very proud to have lived a good life. Good job, dog. You lived a good life. This is a piece of art that encourages you to touch it. On one half, at least. The right-hand side is protected from human contact, and the left-hand side has allowed people to touch it for years, and you can see how it has made the art deteriorate. This is a great demonstration of why it's important to not touch pieces of art in a museum like the signs usually say. Interesting. This is an old Liberty dollar that a man carried in his pocket for over 50 years because he believed in the saying, a man's always got to have a dollar in his pocket. This person's mother surprised them with a brand new stuffed animal identical to the one they had as a kid. Yes, this is the same stuffed animal, but the one on the right is 27 years old. Just looks like a pig that's been playing in the mud, actually. This is a firefighter's mask filters after 1 day of firefighting. No, we're not talking about COVID masks here. We're talking about a firefighter's mask. So just chill in the comments, all right? You guys are crazy. Just stop. This image is kind of disturbing, and that's all I'm gonna say. This person's badge holder has an impression of their picture from their ID. I don't know how long you've held this job, but congrats, because that's probably longer than I've worked at any single place. If you enjoyed this video, you will probably love this other video I made, which is kind of similar, but also very good. And you can click on right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again real soon.